right? So this happened 4 years ago. June 22nd, 2016. The police get a phone call that the police get a phone call that somebody is breaking into cars. Don't it always sound like some weird shit? They always get some type of random call and end up fucking us up. But anyway, so the police get a phone call about somebody breaking into cars in a particular area, right? I didn't get the state that this happened in. God damn it. But okay. So they get a call about somebody breaking into cars. One police officer goes to and this is a weird shit. To me, this was like an assassination almost. The police officer goes to the area where the supposed crimes are taking place, right? Once he gets to the area, this is how it happens. Simple as this. Once he gets to the area, a car, and the video was just being released. The video wasn't released till now. That's why this story is still coming back up, because the family just released the video, right? So he's driving, a car is parked. That parked car comes onto the street and starts driving towards him. Now the car for an instant looks like it's about to hit him, right? So the police officer puts his lights on. Boom, puts his lights on. The car goes to the other side of the officer to drive by him. Once he's going to drive by him, the officer shoot one time. Bam! Shoot him in his head, right? Shoot him in his head. So let's look at this again. The police got a call that somebody was breaking into cars. That somebody was breaking into cars. Now, the story reported that they still don't know if this was the young man he shot, the young man name was Deravis Caine Rogers. I could be saying his name a little wrong. I apologize, family. Deravis Caine Rogers was the young man name. The officer's name is James Burns, just so we can be clear about who we're talking about, right? So, Deravis Caine Rogers was the 22-year-old brother's name. He shot him in his head and killed him. So let's go over what happened again. You get a call that people are breaking into cars. You're in the area. A car starts coming towards you, swerves a little bit, gets out of your way. You shoot him in the head. What the fuck just happened? What was that? So are we not to believe, like the FBI told us, that white supremacist organizations have infiltrated have infiltrated police forces around the country? Are we not to believe that? I keep bringing that up because what the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? What did he shoot him for? Now, after he shot him, several months later, he was fired. Aggravated assault, murder charges, all these things were brought up on him. They were released, like the charges didn't stick. 2018, the charges were brought back up to a degree. They're still waiting to go to trial. So they're slow-footing this shit. They're not trying to arrest this man. So what are we to think is going on here? What are we to think is going on here? This is why we keep bringing up the police injustice against us. This is a war against us, family. Whether this shit comes out now or it comes out 30 years from now of what these motherfuckers was trying to do to us, this is a goddamn war against us, family. Give me the reason that he shot into the car. Give me the reason. Can anybody explain that? With a straight fucking face. Can anybody explain that? Why did he shoot in this young man's car? And he shot him in the head and killed him. To me, this was an assassination. You was going to kill somebody black that night. That's what I'm to believe. You was going to kill somebody black that night. Right? And you wonder why we don't call the police? You wonder why fucking Meg Thee Stallion gets shot in her foot? And the sister going to say, I didn't tell the cops what was going on because we don't know what they're going to do. You see what I'm saying? So these people, these fucking race soldiers, because if you're reacting to somebody based on their race, you're not a cop, you're no good to us, you're a fucking race soldier, right? This is some shit. This is some shit, family. This is an assassination, family. So are we not to believe they aren't trying to do this shit to us? When on camera or a news story, somebody point me to cops killing teenage white kids. Point me to the article. Point me to the video. Point me to the video. Right? You can't point. There is no goddamn videos. Like I always say, family, if you knew history, the slave patrols was the first form of policing in the United States of America, made to keep us in charge. Made to keep us in charge. The other type of policing at that time that was geared towards white citizens was a different type of policing. There was no violence involved. They're just keeping people in line. They're just making sure people don't wobble home drunk. It was simple shit. They weren't treating never have they treated white people this way as far as law enforcement is concerned. You see what I'm saying? So we need to be aware, your black sons need to be aware of how to conduct themselves when they get into a situation where the police are involved. They need to learn how to shut the fuck up. That's the biggest thing. They need to learn how to shut the fuck up and do what you're told. Because in my opinion, family, if we're not ready to ride, if we're not ready to kill them, if you get pulled over, if you're in a situation where you're in again, I'm not going to tell nobody to tuck their tail and not be prideful as a man in any situation in life. And if you disrespect it, you can react however you feel you need to react if you're disrespected by anybody. You see what I'm saying? But for the most part, we need to know how, in my opinion, you get pulled over by the cops, you're behind enemy lines. You get pulled over by some motherfuckers with a gun, you don't have a gun, it's not going to end well for you. Period. And they have a system backing them. So we're better fit to make it home so we can figure out a game plan at that point. You see what I'm saying? But arguing with cops, trying to fight cops, again, as a man, I'm not telling you what to do, but that's damn near a losing battle. You see what I'm saying? So we need to figure out a way to help our kids with this, but at the same time, we need justice. At the same time, this motherfucker need to go to jail, period, for a long period of time. So black folks, melanated family, if you're not having these type of diatribes, these type of discussions with your kids, you're doing yourself a disservice. Your children need to know what goes on outside. They need to know how we're treated outside, right? Not to scare them, not to make them scared of cops or weary of white people or any of this kind of shit, but they need to be aware of the country that we actually live in. You see what I'm saying? So don't be afraid to read news stories like this. Don't be afraid to show them videos like this. You see what I'm saying? So they can be aware of how we're treated. And I'm for my people 100%. So that you in New York and you get into an incident with the cops, you my brother. You see what I'm saying? I don't separate us by region or by coast or by any of that. We all one. We all one. We all need to think about it that way. It shouldn't have to come to a point where some fucked up shit happened to somebody in your family for you to start wanting to march or for you to start wanting to say, okay, Black Lives Matter. Nah, I'm going to come to you every week with information about how your family is being treated across the country. And there you go there. I'm going to let you know how your family is being treated across the country so you can know. So you can be aware, so you can get upset. I want everybody to be upset. Not upset to the point where you go out and do some stupid shit, because we still need to be smart, but you need to care, family. This is why I do this shit. We need to care about each other. At every turn, we need to care about each other. All we got is us, family. You feel me? So this racist-ass cop, James Burns, again, if we're not willing to take the law into our own hands, we need to see to it, my family, we need to see to it through petitioning, through contacting the city officials in the city that they live in. We need to do something to make sure that this cop gets arrested, right? To make sure that we get justice. And we need to keep speaking on this shit. We need to keep unifying. We need to keep doing whatever we can as black folks, as melanated folks, to keep ourselves out of harm's way. You see what I'm saying? Because yes, we have a system that attacks us at every turn, but we also be on a whole bunch of nigga shit too. You see what I'm saying? Because when I'm looking at, in my community, in the neighborhood that my business is in, different shootings keep happening, right? I can't stand that shit, man. I'm tired of that shit now, family. I'm tired of that shit now. It's 2020, man. You got kids. Make sure your kids know about history. Make sure your kids know about white supremacy. Make sure they know about the shit we got going on in this country. So it's no fucking excuse. I'm tired of the black on black shit. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. You pulling out your gun to shoot another black man, but you ain't gonna go fuck with George Zimmerman. You ain't finna find James Burns. Fuck that. Fuck that. That ain't no real nigga shit to me. That's not real at all. Not in 2020. When we got all this racial tension going on and shit, and y'all want to fight each other? No, nigga. Go get James Burns. You feel me? Now, last news story.